guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about the cheapest way to start investing in 2021. Doesn't matter whether you have $50, $100, $10, consistent income, $10,000, whatever it is. We'll talk about that later on in the video. Please like and subscribe. Click the notification bell. If you got any questions, comment down below. I am not a finance advisor, so do not take this as finance advice. Do your own research. However, in 2020, I did make an 82% return, so this could be a gateway to get to making massive gains in 2021. From there, a link below for Stake. If you fund the account within the first day, you will receive one free stock. It could be Nike, GoPro, or Dropbox. It's a bit of a lucky dip sort of thing. Otherwise, from there, my latest buy recommendation is Yalla. You can see that in my previous two videos. I've done a bit of analysis and price predictions and all that sort of stuff through there as well. So I'll also put them in the link down below as well for you, so you can have a look. Okay, cheers guys, let's get into it. What's the cheapest way to start investing? Righto, so what's the cheapest way to start investing? In my opinion, the cheapest and the easiest way to start investing or start turning cash into investments, and that is to buy stocks or shares within a business. Now, so I use Stake. Stake has a minimum requirement of $50 Australian, and I convert that to US dollars. And so they don't charge any brokerage fees on the account. However, they do charge an FX fee, so an exchange rate fee. Yeah, so that's very minimal. It is a very minimal amount. That's about $7 on $1,000 roughly. I have to double check off the top of my head. So that's the easiest way to start investing. Now, so what would be my recommendation to start investing? If you had nothing, right? So you say you got a little bit of savings, but you don't stretch your savings because you want to keep that as an emergency fund. Or, for instance, you're young, you live at home, and you don't need an emergency fund because of, you live with your parents, or you're in a very good situation in terms of that side of stuff. So then I would suggest, look, if you want to start very minimal, start with, say, $20 a week, right? Once every 3 weeks, transfer that $20, which is $60, into your Stake account. And equates to $60 every 3 weeks, right? Or if you could afford more, you can afford more. Right, so that's it. That's the easiest way, in my opinion, to start investing. That's pretty much how I started, except for I started on CommSec. Now, CommSec tracks the ASX, so it's only ASX listed companies. It does have some US companies in there, or mostly ETFs. But their minimum requirement on the ASX is $500 as a minimum investment to start buying within a business. If you've already acquired into that business, you can purchase less. However, they will charge you $10 per transaction from memory. So if you're purchasing less than $500, it starts to become very expensive. As for the brokerage fee of $10. So, So in my opinion, best way to start investing is just start putting money in. It doesn't matter if it's next to nothing, because over a period of time, it will add up pretty fast. Like if you put $50 in a week, it's almost $2,500 a year. Imagine that over 40 years. That is a lot of money. Rightio. So I'll be using Investor Calculator for this to try and give you an idea of where $20 can go all the way up to, say, even $300 per week. How far it can grow over the course of only 5 years. 5 years isn't very long in the overall scheme of things, and how easy it is to make wealth through stocks. Rightio, so we're using Investment Calculator on this to try and show you and give you guys a bit of an idea of where compound interest will take into effect, how easy and how fast you can grow $20 over the course of, say, $20 per week over the course of 5 years. What sort of returns you can see from that, all the way up to $300 to give you guys examples of where you can grow that to. Also, if you're following my channel, you'll know that I did receive an 82% return last year. So I'll also give you an example of, say, if you were to contribute $100 per week over 52 weeks of a year, how far that'll grow over 5 years. Rightio, so if we were to type in $20 a week at a 10% return over 5 years, you would have contributed $4,800. Now you would have a return of total of $6,120. Now if you were to bump it up a little bit to $50 a week, you should be able to afford $50 a week realistically. At a 10% return over 5 years, you would equate to a contribution of $12,000 and a total return of $15,000 and so forth. So you got $80 a week, you would have contributed $19,200 and you would get a return of $24,500. $100 a week, so you're starting to step it up a little bit now. 10% return, 5 years, you would have contributed $24,000. And it would equate to $30,600. So if you were to contribute $200 a week, 10% return, you would have contributed $48,000 and you'd have a return of $61,000. Righto, $300 per week is starting to be quite a bit of money. This is for somebody who is actually really serious about what they're trying to do about their wealth. So $300 per week over 52 weeks of a year, over 5 years at a 10% return would equate to $72,000 in terms of what they're contributing. And that'd have a return of $91,800 over the course of that 5 years. Righto, so if you were to take that same $100 per week that we talked about earlier, and you were to try and aim for a 20% return, so double the return, I understand that. However, it is possible because I received an 82% last year, so 20% is possible, it is doable. So if you contribute $100 per year, meant per week, over 52 weeks a year, that's $5,200 a year, you would equate to contributing $24,000 over the course of 5 years, and you would have a total return of $30,000. Righto, so if we were to take that same $100 and you were to follow my investment strategy over the course of 5 years of what I received last year of an 82% return, you would have still contributed $24,000. However, the return you would have would be a total of $148,000. You've basically made almost $125,000 over the course of 5 years. Now, let's say you were to take it back to, say, $20 a week, right? $20 a week, you would have still contributed $4,800 over the course of 5 years. However, that $4,800 has turned into almost $30,000 at $29,600 over that duration. Righto. And the last one, right? So we're talking about the serious of the serious people that really want to invest, right? So we're talking the same person that wanted to contribute $300 per week, which would equate to over 5 years, $72,000, right? If they were to receive an 82% return on their money, they would have a return of $444,850 over the course of the 5 years. So if that gives you a bit of an idea of where compound interest can grow from and to, just $300 per week. I know these are quite a bit of money for the average person, but if you're super keen about it, it is easily possible. Like for instance, let's say if you're renting, house costs you $350 a week. If you can still, afford another $150, right? What's wrong with getting rid of that rental and renting with a friend for $150 a week? You've pretty much made your $300 per week there. It is pretty easy realistically to contribute $300 per week. I know it's a game changer when you're trying to start because it seems pretty mind-blowing. But in the overall scheme of things, once you get that through your head that the power of compound interest and where you need to start from and how much it matters right at the start when you initially start investing, it is massive down the track for your returns. Righto guys, so that'll do it for today. Look, obviously I've just shown you a bit of an idea of where compound interest can really take over your money. That's why it is super important to start investing as soon as you can. Doesn't matter if you're starting out with $20 a week and you're not really too sure, just try and track the market to start off with. However, if you do want to step it up and you do want to follow my buy recommendations, you should see a higher return on your money, as last year I did receive an 82% on my money. So okay, that'll do it for today, guys. Please like, subscribe to my channel. Comment below if you've got any questions. Don't forget the link below for your free stock from Stake if you fund the account within the first day. Okay, cheers guys. See ya.